Have you ever felt like you already answered something clearly, but the other person still misunderstood you? This kind of situation often happens in intercultural communication. For example, that the group project, and between an Indonesian student and a foreign student. One day, the foreign student asks, "Can you finish the PowerPoint tonight?" And the Indonesian student replied, "I'll try later." And first glance, that answer might sound like an agreement. And however, for many Indonesians, that response does not necessarily mean yes. Often it's a polite way to say maybe or even no. On the other hand, the foreign students understood it directly as a yes. And this is where the problem begins. The next day, when the presentation was not finished, the foreign students felt disappointed. They thought their teammate was being irresponsible. Meanwhile, the Indonesian student felt confused because they never actually promised to finish it. This situation can be explained through the concept of high context and low context communication. Indonesia is considered a high context culture where people tend to communicate indirectly and prioritize politeness. And in contrast, many Western cultures use low context communication, which emphasize clarity and directness. And in addition, this situation also show ethnocentrism. The foreign students begin to believe that their way of communication is the correct one. They expect everyone to communicate in a direct and straightforward manner. And furthermore, this misunderstanding can lead to stereotypes. For example, the assumption that Indonesians are unclear or indecisive. And in reality, this communication style is shaped by cultural norms, not personal traits. From this case, we can see that the problem is not just about the words being used, but about how those words are interpreted. In intercultural communication, it is important to understand that each culture has its own way of expressing meaning. We should not judge others based solely on our own cultural standard. By understanding these differences, we can reduce misunderstandings and build a better communication. Because in the end, effective communication is not only about speaking, but also about understanding. Thank you.